Hello, children. How are you? Hope you all are fine and fit. Stay at home. Play indoor activities. So many indoor activities you are aware about this. Help your mother in household chores. It is the right time to learn something different. And don't run after the resources. We don't have this and we don't have this. Whatever you have, you just do your creativity and make best something new, something creative from your waste material. And the last, but do your worksheet on time, mention date and lesson number. And after that, and no need to panic we don't have copy and all these things, as I gave you note that please do in your pages, and after the lockdown you just paste and staple that pages in your new copy. So in our previous video I just give intro about the latitude and the longitude. Here I have book. I will read some point for you. So a globe is a miniature model of the earth. It gives us an shape of the earth. The shape of the earth is not spherical. It is flattened at the pole and the bulges at the center. The axis of the earth on which it rotates has two end points. The upper part end is called North Pole and the lower end is called the South Pole. You also know that a map is a drawing of the whole or part of the Earth's surface on a flat sheet of paper. There are different types of maps. Each type of map shows a specific type of detail. Any map can be understood with the help of color codes, directions, symbols, scale of the map and key or legend. You must have noticed some vertical and horizontal lines drawn on globes and map. In this chapter, we will read about these lines. So, you know these lines? These are the imaginary lines. They are not in real. So, the imaginary lines. Some imaginary lines have been drawn on the surface of the earth. अर्थ के ऊपर कुछ इमेजनरी लाइंस हैं और वो लाइन जो हैं वो रियल में नहीं है, वो जस्ट इमेजनरी. जैसे कि आप मैं लोग मैथ्स में करते हो, सपोज द वैल्यू ऑफ चेयर इज एक्स, जस्ट लाइक दैट. In imaginary, in a pattern, a straight line crossing each other to form many square, there are kinds of lines, latitude and longitude. The latitude and longitude are marked degree. With the help of these lines we can locate places on the globe. Why we are using these lines? Why we are using imaginary line? We are using imaginary line to locate the places on the globe. These help in calculating the time and place on earth. Let us read about these imaginary lines. Now the first one is latitude. These are the points, or you can say these are the important points, or the imaginary horizontal lines are known as latitudes. Horizontal lines, they are drawn from east to west. All latitude are parallel lines, therefore they are also known as parallel of latitude. And the latitude which divides the earth into two equal halves is known as the largest latitude, and therefore is called the great circle. Great circle is also known as equator, or equator is also known as the largest latitude, and they are drawn from east to west and they are horizontal lines. Hemisphere. Hemi means half. The part above the equator is called northern hemisphere and the part below the equator is called southern hemisphere. The latitude in the northern hemisphere are called north latitude. They are written with the letter N denoting north, and all the latitude in the southern hemisphere, hemi means half, are called south. latitude are written with the letter S. The North Pole is in the 90° north latitude and the South Pole is the 90° south latitude. These are the horizontal lines. These are the horizontal lines. They drawn from east to west, and this red color, this is the equator. This equator divides the earth into two equal parts, and these are the parallel lines, and this is also known as great circle or the largest latitude. Latitude help us to locate the north-south position of any place on the globe. The size of the latitude decreases. We move away from equator towards the pole. The north and the south pole are latitude which are not circle but point. This is because as the circle decreases in size, they end as dot. There are total number of 181 latitude, 90 in the northern and the 90 in the southern hemisphere and 0° equator. Here are also some important lines. Equator, Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn, Arctic Circle and Antarctic Circle. And now longitude. What is longitude? These lines are known as longitudes. These lines are known as longitude. These vertical lines are known as longitude. They are drawn from North Pole to South Pole. So, the imaginary vertical line are known as longitude. They are also called meridian of longitude. The longitude are drawn from North Pole to South Pole for semicircle. All the longitudes meet at the pole. Longitude help us to measure distances in the east-west direction. The 0° meridian is also known as prime meridian. It is from this meridian that the other meridian are counted, since it passes through the British Royal Observatory in Greenwich in London, and it is also called Greenwich. The prime meridian divides the earth into two halves, the eastern hemisphere and the western hemisphere. From 0° prime meridian, when we move eastwards up to 180° longitude, this form eastern hemisphere. In this half, the value of the longitude will be followed by the letter E. As like in the in latitude we write northern pole in denote as north, and like in the longitude also we write eastern hemisphere E, or in the value of the longitude will be followed by the letter E for east. Similarly, for the western hemisphere, longitudes are not parallel. Each longitude crosses the equator and meet at the pole. There are 360 meridian of longitude in all, 180 in the eastern hemisphere and the 180 in the western hemisphere. The maximum distance between any two longitude is at equator and decreases when we move towards the pole. Now, locating places and calculating time. So, we need these imaginary lines. Why we need these imaginary lines? Latitude, longitude, equator, Tropic of Cancer and Arctic, and so many imaginary lines. Why we need this? Why we need to locate any place or time on the globe. Now, the latitude and longitude intersect each other. What is intersect? Yes, what is intersect? Cross each other. Intersect each other, like this is intersect. The index given at the end, the latitude and longitude intersect each other, forming a network of lines which is called grid. You just look at this figure. These are the latitude, these are the longitude. This point is known as grid. when they intersect each other. The index given at the end of an atlas gives the location of places in relation to their latitude and longitude. With the help of longitudes, we can calculate the time of any place. Let us understand. The earth rotates 360 degrees in 24 hours. Therefore, the earth has been 24 time zones. So, this 360 is divided by 24 and then we get 15 degree, and that 15 degree, each zone of 1 hour, thus 15 degree of longitude. In other words, the difference between the 15 degree of longitude is 1 hour, and 50 degree into 4 minutes is equal to 60 minutes or 1 hour. Always remember, it takes 4 minutes for the earth to move from one longitude to the next. So अर्थ को एक लॉन्गिट्यूड से दूसरे लॉन्गिट्यूड तक पहुंचने के लिए कितना टाइम लगता है? 4 मिनट. When we move east of the 180 degree, when we move east from the direction, we gain time, and when we move west, we lose time. So for every 1 degree of longitude, we add और subtract the time accordingly. जब हम ईस्ट की तरफ जाते हैं तब हम टाइम हमें क्या हम गेन करते हैं, और जब हम वेस्ट की तरफ जाते हैं तब टाइम हम लूज करते हैं. The international date line is not straight but zigzag. What do you mean by zigzag? This is zigzag. If this longitude was straight and it cut across a small island, there would be a difference of a day or date between the two halves of the small island. जो इंटरनेशनल डेट लाइन है वो स्ट्रेट नहीं है, वो जिगजैग के फॉर्म में है. दिस इज ऑल्सो एन इमेजनरी, एंड दिस longitude was straight and it cut across a small island. There would be a difference of a day and date, और फिर उसमें डे और डिफरेंस का डेट और डिफरेंस डे का डिफरेंस हो जाता है between the two halves of the same island. This chapter is finished. This is chapter 1, latitude and longitude. If you have any query or if you have any doubt, then first of all, see video again and again so that you will understand the point very clearly, because in first video also and in this video also I repeat the same thing, but I just want to share some more point about the latitude and the longitude and why it is important, why we are reading latitude and longitude. So that's why I read some point from the book. So if you have any problem, you just write on pages. So that we will clear in our class after the lockdown. And please listen video again and again and complete your work on the same day so that you don't have pending work, and if you do the work on the same day, you will clear all the points very easily. So all the best. In the next video we will share we will discuss worksheet.